What's going on YouTube? This is Hero Stormwolf and this is some Overwatch gameplay. I was asked to play a little bit of Reinhardt in a match just to, I guess, show off a little gameplay for him. Reinhardt is the tank class in the game, which means he usually has high health, and his main goal is to shield other allies to make sure that they can get in and do what they need to do. Out of all the tanks that have been announced in Overwatch, I believe he's probably the strongest, if not the most easiest to play. His abilities include a shield with the right click, a shockwave with his E, and a dash with his shift with the shift button. Now the shield gives you 20,000 hit points, not 20,000, excuse me, 2,000 hit points to take damage with. Most characters can probably burn this down if they focus it all together. As you can see here, my main goal is to try and help the team push up the middle on this map, simply because this map is really hard for attackers in the first phase. The only real way to get to the people, to get to the defenders, is to either rush straight up the middle, which is not advised because, as you can see there, they got a turn set up, and that turn just takes off a lot of health. Or B, there is a door that you can take on the left-hand side when you reach the archway, and to bring you around kind of behind the people, or behind the defenders, excuse me. Now, my goal here as Reinhardt was to try and get the attackers to try and at least go to the left-hand side, or at least do shield enough damage to where they can destroy Bastion's shield and take him out, because he's priority number 1 when it comes to defenders, because his shield actually shreds a lot of health. As you can see there, even with my shield going down and a few shots that he got off of me, he took my health down pretty much to almost 0. Here, I thought he didn't see me coming around the corner. I guess someone told him that I was around the corner, someone on comms. Now, I wasn't expecting to be revived so early, because Mercy's revive is not something that comes up too often, so I wasn't expecting her to revive me. But I think with that push there, with the enemy team kind of focused on me, this gave our team a little bit of chance to kind of go in there and do a little bit of damage. Not a lot, but enough to try and shake them up a little bit to where they have to move positions. Again, my goal here is to try and tell everyone, hey, go to the left-hand side. There's a place that we can get above and actually do some damage, but I don't think they was actually trying to pay attention a little bit. So again, I rushed the left-hand side. This time Bastion has been taken care of. He's moved to a position off the archway. So I take out the small turn here, and the person summoning the turrets. I don't know his name, I don't play with him a lot, so I apologize for that. At this point, we've pretty much made it inside of the base. They're taking care of Bastion, I'm taking care of Mercy and... not Mercy, but D.Va and the other support character. I can't think of her name either. But at this point, we pretty much made it inside the first attack point. Now, this is actually one of the new character's abilities. I believe her name is Mai, or May. She can actually send out a grenade that freezes after about 3 seconds, anyone that's in the radius. And it lasts for a pretty good while, so it's not something you want to be caught in. It's really good for defending objectives and stuff like that. But back to Reinhardt. The reason I dashed there was not to try and get inside. It was more or less to kind of do a little bit forward, but I forgot that you can't really cancel out of the dash once you start it until, like, I believe 2 seconds later. At that point, I was already ran into the D.Va, and it was pretty much a wrap for me there. So at this point here, it's a pretty easy push. We pretty much got past the hard part for the attackers. Reason I say this is the easier part to attack is because there's actually 3 options that you can take. You can go straight up the middle like I did here. You can go to the left hand or the right hand side. The left hand side is a little bit longer because there's a couple of hallways you have to go through, but it's pretty straightforward. Pretty easy to get around the enemies here at this point. And plus, we never really actually gave them a chance to set up. At this point, we just rushed them down and we got the easy victory. So all in all, Reinhardt's pretty easy to play. He's pretty standard. He's definitely not the most difficult character in the game, and I think he's built around that. If you need someone that's good all the way around in terms of tankiness, he's definitely the character to go to. If there's any other characters you want me to check out in Overwatch, leave your comments down in the comment section below. You know, YouTube stuff, and I will try my best with that character. Catch you guys in the next video. Later.